Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Memorial Day. Hope everyone is enjoying hopefully some time off, and also I hope you're taking some time to remember the reason for Memorial Day today. Well, you know, one of the things I dislike the most about a modern car like this one is the widespread availability of ice cold air conditioning. You know, I just, for the life of me, I can't understand why someone would want to be able to turn on an air conditioner in their vehicle and sit there with cold air blowing around them comfortably when they could be sitting there in traffic with no air conditioning, sweating their balls off, and the thing 90 degrees in there. I just don't quite understand that. And also, to me, you know, air conditioning is sort of like a drug. Although I don't do and never have done any drugs, I can imagine it's the same way. Once you get used to it, once you get on it, air conditioning, you can't let go of it. You're hooked. And so, you know, it's just the way it is. And so you can imagine the other day how traumatized physically and emotionally I was when I went out to the car to go to lunch. I think this was Thursday, and turned on the air conditioner and it no longer worked. So I did what everybody does when the air conditioner no longer works. I switched it on and off several times fruitlessly to see if maybe it was my imagination. Of course, it wasn't my imagination. So after I sweated my way to lunch, I got my phone out and did some Googling on there, and the first thing came up widespread on these cars, these Focus. It's not a Focus, is it? It's a Fusion. Imagine me getting that confused. On these Fusions is that the likely cause for no air conditioner anymore, the compressor not kicking on, is there's a little thing in here called an evaporator temperature sensor, which its job is to cycle the air conditioner compressor depending on the temperature of the air coming out of the evaporator. The evaporator's in there behind the dashboard. Okay, well, guess where the fucking switch is? It's in there. So guess what has to go out of the way to get to that thing? All this. Alright, well, I thought, okay, I'm off this week for Memorial Week, and I'm not normally off on Memorial Day or week, but I scheduled my vacation for this week previously. So I thought, well, I guess that's what I'll be doing. I'll be going, pulling the dashboard loose to get into that thing and replacing it. But I thought, well, you know, just for laughs, I think I'll just go out here and just check under the hood. Memorial Day residence. I'll just go out here and check under the hood and see if there's any pressure in here, which I was anticipated to be just fine. So I unscrewed this thing, this cap, and took something down in here, and it went. You hear that noise? The noise it made? It went. Pretend I'm sticking something in here. It went. Okay, well, even with the engine not running and the compressor not running, you're not supposed to hear just. You're supposed to hear more like. Alright, well, when you hear just, that means there's no longer any pressure in the air conditioning system. So I looked down in here, looked around in the lines down here, didn't see anything bad, didn't see anything up here bad. It's a little rub mark right here, but that ain't no big deal. Look back here, nothing, because you can always see when there's a leak because there's a lot of stuff around, oily looking residue. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just stick my head on here and look. So I come on here and looked. Uh-oh. I don't know how well the camera's going to show this, but right here, there's also all sorts of green crap, green slime looking stuff, which is the dye in the R134 Freon, as it's colloquially called, and it's going, there's oil residue going all the way back under that shield right there, which was previously dry because I cleaned it off when I fixed this transmission. So sorry about that. As I was saying, something broke, so I'll get looking in here. Shut your ass up, dog. Everybody hates you. Fuck off. So I look in here, and there's all kinds of oil and green, this dye to show where a leak is on the bottom of the condenser. Just go to hell, dog. So anyway, the condenser is broken. And I'm imagining that I'm looking down in here and I see writing on the top of this radiator. So my conclusion is that the collision that took out the radiator also took out the condenser at some point, so they've replaced all this. This car got hit pretty hard in the front, so there had to been an air box on it. So there you go. You remember on another video I was complaining about this air conditioner not working that good. It worked, it just didn't seem like it got that cold. So it's up and died and gave up the ghost. So I'm done here, guys, because this isn't not the only problems I've had with this car. What did I tell you? Every video I make, there's somebody mowing the grass and they're doing the same thing. They're running over shit in their yard, and you wonder why a lawnmower doesn't last. Yep. And there's the eternally barking dog up there. Anyway, as I was saying, that's not the only problem I've had out of this car. Had to put a pair of $100 pair of rotors on it. All of a sudden, the right-hand headlight went out, and then it would come back on and go back out again. So I traced that to the wires that got chopped up and came apart in a previous accident. So I fixed that and then drove along for a few more thousand miles, and the left-hand headlight started doing that. So the left-hand headlight's problem was not the same as the right one. The wires weren't chopped up on that one. They were just burned up. The whole bulb and everything. I think I got a piece of video about that. I put it in here. Whole bulb and everything looked like it got overheated, the terminal did, so I don't know what caused that to happen. So I've been less than impressed for this car. Granted, it was a cheap car, so you know, you get what you get with these. And I think I'm done with domestic cars again for a while. Just don't have good luck with them. And now something over here is making, when you start the engine up, I hear a noise over here on the left, which is where the transmission is. Although so far the transmission appears to be working fine, but I don't like the sound of that noise. So Craigslist, here I come again. I got 7,000 miles out of this thing. It's got 117,900 something miles on it. It had 110,700 when I started driving it. That ain't too good. Fusion, you suck. What's that dog up there? There he is, right up there at that house. Stands there at the fence. You can't even see him, but he barks every breath he takes. And they do nothing about it, and the neighbors do nothing about it because they're just sycophants. Don't stir any trouble up. Don't cause any trouble. Don't complain. You might get them mad at us. They might come over and burn something in their yard. Alright guys, see ya. Well, here's something I didn't expect to have happen. I noticed yesterday morning my driver's side headlight was out. And so I didn't think about it, and forgot to do anything about it yesterday evening when I got home. So this morning when I left for work, they were both working, and then I stopped someplace to get gas and turned it back on again, and the driver's side was out again. So I noticed just now it was out again also. So I figured the bulb was on its way out, but I got in here looking, and upon closer examination, if you can see down in there, let me get my light for you. That's the headlight connector, and the end of the headlight wire is burned. If it'll focus, which may not, but come on, come on, come on, you can do it. You're a camera. Look at that. Looks like the headlight wires got overheated somehow, and not only that, it smells burnt too. You look at the end of the harness up here, the plug itself, and it looks like it's been roasted on that side as well. And I don't know what in the world would have caused that, unless this is just too flimsy of a connector for the damn bulb. I don't know if somebody was running different bulbs in it, and it might have overwhelmed it. But I noticed this one over here was doing the same thing. It was on and off, and when I was going to deal with it, if you look down in there, you see I've already had the patch on the wires down there because they were this pigtail's been replaced on this one already, I guess. Not sure actually. Now to look at it, I think it has, but yeah, it has. So anyway, so I guess that's what's going to have to happen with this one. I have to go find a good pigtail somewhere and put on it. I never seen that happen before in my life, especially not on a newer car. So I've got another bulb for it. I don't know if the bulb that was in it might have. It looks fine. I hate to put another bulb in it. It's a German bulb. Whoops, it's a German bulb. Whatever that's worth. But I guess I'll go ahead. I think what I'm going to do first is I've got my, where is it? I got my good old liquid tape, and I'm going to doctor that thing up a little bit and see if that'll help it. I don't know what it'll help it do, man. What do you think it'll help it do? I don't know. Keep it from deteriorating further. Maybe, I know what it is. Maybe just see if I can get the headlight to work again. That's the main thing. See what happens, but sure don't need a far under here, so I guess I'll do that, but I got to get a harness connector for it. Stupid Ford. What's wrong with you people? Well, it's working again. I don't know how long though. Look at this. I don't know if you can see down in here very well, but if I can get where there's, hey, how about right here? If you can see down in there at all, this, let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, look at that. That one side of the headlight bulb has gotten so damn red hot in there, it just melted the whole inside there. What the hell? I'm telling you, avoid anything electrical that has the word Germany on it at all costs. I don't know what they do to cars and wiring. I don't know what they make their shit out of, but it's bad news. All those relays and stuff that you see go bad on Volvos and BMWs and Mercedes all the time, and switches and all those, guess who makes those? Take a guess. It's not the Prince of Darkness. That used to be Lucas Electrical. That was European, like made in England, I think. But that's good old. I forgot their name, but anyway, they make all the doggone German parts and stuff. It's well known. Do a Google search, you'll find them. Man, ain't good. So I got to watch that. If I have any more problems, I guess I'll go ahead and replace that end. But for now, we'll keep on rolling. See ya.